that?
Because it's really huge. I mean, there was an inventor, a scientist named Dr. Lilly, and he invented this frequency, this wave, where people would shut off. And that's the idea, is that you're not resisting, and that you could heal people with this wave, and you could give them hypnotic suggestions that were positive so they could get better. And he invented it so for people to heal from trauma, PTSD, and things like that. The government found out, they co-opted it from him, and then they put it into the TV. So it makes your mind stop resisting being mind controlled. He was going to use it for good, but the government used it for bad. So a lot of us were lulled into a sleepy state by the Lilly wave. And then there was the fluoride. And I mean, this is interesting you're asking me. My daughter, we just moved to a new place. She got the water out of the faucet and did the fluoride test, and she boiled the water down, and there was about a teaspoon of fluoride left in the bottom.
What did it look like? What's the chemical
It just
composition?
looks like powder. It just looks like flour.
It just looks like flour. Wow.
And it was at least a teaspoon, and that was just in 2 cups of water.
God, that's sick.
This is what they gave to the Jews in the concentration camps to keep them from fighting back. And they have everybody in America.
Yeah.
Everybody in America is being fluoridated through the toothpaste, through their dentist, and through the water. And so they've become very complacent. But, half of us, or more than half of us, woke up when Donald Trump came along, and we voted in change, and we voted in the awakening. And so I think people are ready for it, but it did catch us by surprise, didn't it? It was a little bit worse than we thought. The COVID thing.
Oh yeah, they've stretched that piece of taffy as they're still stretching it. Talking about Trump though, what's your thoughts?
I think he's coming back.
In what format?
Well, one way or the other, his power is going to increase, because I can verify that the corporation of the United States that was established in 1871 by the Rothschilds and the banking system that they built with the International Monetary Fund is officially bankrupt. And it went bankrupt last year in May 2020. So Donald Trump was preparing for this moment. So, Mr. Bye-Bye Biden, who thinks he's the president, who's actually one of many actors. Some people are saying it's Jim Carrey. I don't know. But I've seen the nose fall off in one video. I've seen the mask here in another. And who knows exactly what it is. But he might be the president in that 1 square mile in Washington, D.C., but he's sure not the president of the United States. That's Donald Trump. So Donald Trump is the president of the Republic of the United States. That's all of the states. And D.C. is nothing more than a corporation, just like London, the City of London, and Vatican. Those 3 were founded by the Illuminati, by the International Monetary Fund, and the Rothschilds to control the world. And now Trump has invaded the Vatican and cleaned it out of gold. I don't know what's happening in London. I haven't followed that lately. But I know that here, he is our president. And so he's going to take up residence in Mar-a-Lago. And we're going to be down in Florida, and I might be going to the inauguration.
And when is this inauguration?
Well, supposedly anytime between March 4th, sorry for bumping this, March 4th and the first week of April. Whether or not he's going to go through an inauguration or what he's going to call himself, I don't know. But the military moves into Florida on March 4th and stays there. It's going to be 100,000 military. And they're preparing for something. He could call himself the chief executive. He could call himself whatever he wants to, because he's going to build a new republic. We don't want to have anything to do with the White House or that area, because they're digging up thousands of children from underneath the White House, the Congress right now. Mm-hmm. And some are dead and some are maimed and abused. And he doesn't want to go back there. That needs to be a giant exorcism.
Why did Trump allow? Oh, I have a 2-part question before we. Okay, so March 1st, let's say to like the first week of April. What happens, number one, if we're at like March 15th? April 15th or April 30th, and we're not seeing nothing.
Well, I can't give you, great specific dates because we all thought everything was going to happen on the 20th. So I'm not going to give a date anymore, but what I know is that he is moving into power.